Greetings, this is Zach Rosen from Civic Space, and I'm going to show you some fancy new stuff I've been doing with the Groups module. I have this sandbox set up, which is pretty simple and it's pretty pared down, and it only has a few modules that we're really using here. So basically, if you haven't used the organic group module before, here's basically how it works. Here's a listing of all the groups that are created on my sandbox. If I want to create a new group, I just go here and click Organize Group, and this would be a Create Content link if I didn't have it set up this way in the menu. And I'm going to create a group for San Francisco Bar Campers, and this is going to be for everyone who came to the San Francisco bar. Actually, everyone who is coming. San Francisco Bar Camp. And the purpose of this group is to organize and record everything and we're going to give people some instructions what they do when they view our group and become members. So the first thing they want to do is to join, introduce themselves, and start editing the wiki. We'll scroll down here and we can specify if we want the group to be open or closed, or invite only or moderated, and we do want it to show in the groups directory. And remember this little field later, but I'm not going to explain it quite right now. And we're going to submit this, and then there we are. So we created this group, and here's the group page that is, it's basically a node page, but it's been themed quite a bit. Unfortunately, this is only one person in this group, so we can't really see much going on here. But I'm going to go over to a group that we're really using, actually. So this is a group for people who are working on the sandbox with me. And you'll see there are 5 different members here. You can actually see all the different groups on this website on the groups page. And you'll notice there's only a few things you can really do on the site. The first thing you can do with a group is edit the wiki page. And so every group basically is associated a default wiki homepage that shows up. And it's basically just a wiki node that is displayed here, and any member of the group can come here and edit this page, and they will just edit the thing, and they'll say, if you find a bug, list it on the bugs page, and submit this. And if this page exists, oh, it does. In fact, it does exist. It'll go back to the bugs page. And like any good wiki, there are revisions, and you can roll back revisions, and anyone can come in and screw up all the work you've done, but it's all good because we can always just roll it back. That's basically how the wiki works. It's pretty simple. It's like what you'd expect a wiki to work. The other thing people can do in groups are send messages. So this looks like a forum. That's because it in fact is a forum, but it works a little bit differently, and I'll explain that a bit. But basically, anyone can come here and view the active threads on the site, or they can go in and create their new own message. So. We'll just submit this here, and over here you'll notice we can specify which groups we want this node to go to, but because we only want to go through the web developer group, we're just going to click that box and press submit, and there you have it. We posted our message. We go back to the web developer work group, and there it is, and anyone come here and reply to this. And the other thing that you can do on the groups is view the members, and all the members show up just as links to the profile. Or if we go back, these little icons go to the contact page, and that's just stuff I've done in the theme. And you'll notice these fancy little Ajax tabs. This is all due to Nedjo's nice Ajax contrib module, which is up in a sandbox on CVS. I highly recommend it. It was only 3 lines of code to actually draw all these tabs. But here's a really, really cool thing, the thing that I'm really excited about. So that message I just posted to the group actually got sent out, hopefully this works. It's on a cron, so it happens every couple minutes. Okay, slow email account. Here we are. It got sent out as a email to everyone who's a member of the group. And like any listserv, I can come in here and reply to it. I can say, so I can see this in the box here. I can say, this is not Zach, I'm Zach. And press send here, and you'll notice it's defaulted to the name. Remember that box we filled out on the group registration page? That specifies the actual email sending address for all mails that get sent out to the group. So we can just go in and send in this message, and I'm going to get rid of that croft here. Within a couple minutes, it'll actually post that as a comment on this thread. And because we don't have too much time in this movie to wait for cron to come around, I have to tell my mail it's okay to send it. We can just see old mail messages that we sent. So here's one old thread that we've been having here. So this is the thread as it looks like on the actual forum post. And if we go back to my mailbox, you'll see I have all these rules that throw the mail into different mailboxes. I can see the equivalent thread actually in my mailbox. And you'll notice that each mail that gets sent actually has a URL that links back to the comment in the post. And it works just like magic. And so anyone who joins this site can go in and create their own group, and the group will show up on this page, and every group gets a mailing list out of the box alongside the wiki features and the membership features. There's a couple other little things like all groups have feeds, and you can actually create subgroups. And so the LC web developer group is actually a subgroup of the main LC group. And you can create subgroups of subgroups actually. And I am doing a couple of little fancy things, like I have a helper module that goes in, and everyone who joins and registers on the site gets an introduction message that automatically gets sent out to everyone on the LC main group, which has a little bit about who they are and why they, this is copied from the profile actually, why they want to join. And that gets sent out as an email, so people know who's joining the community. And I'll be adding a couple other rules like that associated with group creation in the future. The other little thing that people do on the site is there's an open contact directory, which is based on Civic CRM. So basically everyone who registers on the site fills out a pretty detailed profile, and we can go in and actually search on it. So we want to find everyone who's in New York, oops, not New Mexico, New York, who's good at Drupal development. Press search. And we got anyone? Oh, look at that, 4 people. Excellent. And you can just go and click the details page and bring them up and shoot them a mail. And that's pretty much it. I will be posting, along with this video, links to all the different modules that I'm using to power this sandbox, and I will be following up in a bit with some patches because I've modified a little bit. I've ported a couple modules to 4.7. But to create this site, I really didn't have to mess with too much. Most of the work is really just on the theme layer to make this look like it does. And if you have any questions, just feel free to follow up with email with me, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll hopefully do this again sometime.